What's up everybody, this is 8-Bit Eric and today I'm going to review Bit.Trip Complete for the Nintendo Wii. Bit.Trip Complete for the Nintendo Wii. It's essentially a compilation of all 6 games in the award-winning Bit.Trip series all on one handy disc. Now I wasn't able to download the series on WiiWare, so I found it handy that they decided to release Bit.Trip Complete on one convenient disc. Bit.Trip is a series of simple yet addictive games and a nice throwback to classic retro games such as Pong and Breakout. In Bit.Trip Beat, you slide a paddle up and down on the left side of the screen by tilting the remote. The goal is to bounce the projectiles that come back at you from the other side, sort of like an intense version of Pong. However, while things start off simple, you soon encounter increasingly complex patterns and trajectories that stretch the limits of your tilting abilities, and believe me, it gets intense. As I mentioned, this game is like a version of Pong. It's simple, it's addictive, it's easy to control, and that's what makes Bit.Trip Complete such a great series. The first game, right off the bat, Bit.Trip Beat, is easy to control. Anybody can pick up and play it, and in my opinion, that's what makes a great game. Less is more, and Bit.Trip Beat definitely has that. And Bit.Trip Core, however, motion controls are left behind in favor of the precision of button pressing. Here you eliminate similar projectiles by shooting lasers in the 4 directions of the D-pad, up, left, down, and right. Bit.Trip Core is a little bit different than the other games on here, as in there's no real character, there's no paddle to really move, you just point the direction and you hit the pixels. But I think it's also one of the most challenging ones on the series just because the patterns start to come from all sides of the screen, and I found that one the hardest to actually keep a good game going, so I wasn't really great at it, but it was still a welcome addition to the series. It's not particularly my most favorite, but it is playable. In Bit.Trip Void, the mission is to steer a black spear around the screen, grabbing black bits that come your way, but avoid the white bits. The more bits you absorb, the bigger your spear grows. The bigger your spear, the better your score, of course. But you have to frequently downgrade the size of your sphere to avoid the white bits. Bit.Trip Void. This game is also simple. It wasn't really one of my favorites either, but it was easy to pick up and play. So the games are consistent in the Bit.Trip Complete series. Consistency is key, and yeah, so I mean, what you see is what you get on this game, so there's nothing really good or bad to say about it. Bit.Trip Runner is perhaps my favorite of the 6. It's a platforming type of game. Command your video automatically runs forward. It is up to you to jump, slide, kick, and block your way past these obstacles while grabbing gold. Bit.Trip Runner, my opinion, is the most complex game on the whole series of Bit.Trip. The stages are awesome. The bonus stages are really retro throwback to the Activision Pitfall days. The music is the most catchy. Mr. Video has all sorts of cool little powers. You could jump, slide, shoot stuff, karate kick, everything, you name it, and it just gets real challenging as the stages progress to make the jumps and to avoid the obstacles, and I found myself playing this one the most. Bit.Trip Fate is an online rail shooter in which you control Command Your Video, where you slide back and forth on the rail to avoid enemies while pointing the Wii Remote to blast your foes and collect power-ups. Bit.Trip Fate, the on-rail shooter, this one seemed to be the slowest one in my opinion. It had a lot of gameplay, don't get me wrong. Next to Runner, it was probably the second best as far as feeling a complete game type of environment. It wasn't as simple as the other ones like Beat and Core and Void. It actually felt like a game, like more than just a mini game. It's just, it was a little too slow for my taste, so I really didn't particularly enjoy it. Bit.Trip Flux goes back to the style that Bit.Trip Beat had, and once again, it's just like Pong. And it introduces a whole new host of patterns and obstacles for you to discover. In Bit.Trip Flux, same thing as I said with Bit.Trip Beat. Simple game, just like Pong or any paddle game like Breakout. just addictive to see how far you can make it. Maybe challenge a friend for the scores or use the online leaderboards. The music in Bit.Trip Complete is chiptune retro 8-bit style, and it fits the game perfectly. For as simple as the graphics and gameplay are in this game, the music is diverse and it's just awesome. It's basic chiptune music, but it advances as you play in the game, and it just becomes amazing, and you find yourself tapping your feet and moving your toes and whatever the heck you can move on your body. You just find yourself dancing in your chair, and the beat goes along with what you're doing on the screen, so sometimes it's helpful, and it just makes for a catchy game. And what makes Bit.Trip Complete is that there is a soundtrack of the music included with the game. Perfect. Now there's several new things that Bit.Trip Complete has. Online leaderboards, as I mentioned. The difficulty settings go from easy to a pretty difficult mode for more advanced users. So there's a variety compared to the WiiWare downloads. It's a lot more of a substance to the game, as well as hidden unlockables, tons of audio, video, photos, unlockable stuff. I mean, there's all sorts of reasons to keep playing and find all the stuff. Also, there's gameplay challenges in case you want to try something different, and also you get the 6 complete games. So it's a good compilation. While the games in Bit.Trip Complete are simple, they're highly addictive. I mean, you can find yourself playing them over and over, especially because the music, and the more you progress, the better the music goes. So you find yourself, you know, just jamming there with the Wii remote and the nunchuck in your hand, and you just look kind of like you're working out. But yeah, basically, Bit.Trip Complete, winning combination. This is a perfect example of a compilation series on a disc that is done right. As I mentioned, all 6 complete games, online leaderboards, gameplay challenges up to yin yang. I think there's like over 100. There's new difficulty modes, and of course there's unlockable content such as audio, video, and art gallery. So if you're a big fan of the series, go ahead and check it out. I know several different gaming websites and magazines rank this like 9s out of 10s, and it's considered a must-have if you're a fan of Bit.Trip Complete. I never had any personal experience playing Bit.Trip before I got this. As I mentioned, I didn't download the games, but yeah, I enjoyed it very much. So go ahead and check it out. It's also compatible with all the Wii controls, the Wii remote, the nunchuck, the classic controller, and the Wii zapper. So go ahead and check out Bit.Trip Complete. That's it for today's review. This is 8-Bit Eric. Stay tuned.